What up, dudes? My name is Ben, or HardShenaniganz, and I got a pretty interesting topic to discuss today. I'm gonna get into that in probably 2-3 minutes. First, I want to talk about some other things, some stuff that's been going on with me. I just walked back. Okay, so I went to go get something to eat, right? And we have a Quiznos on campus, which I was like, sure, let's get Quiznos. Well, the reason I chose Quiznos was because the whatever it is, cafeteria, whatever you want to call it, they decided they were going to listen to the vegetarians and do a little thing called No Meat Mondays. Meatless Mondays. Like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck does that? Like, the only, like, people that benefit from that, like, there's nobody that benefits from it. The reason nobody benefits, like, all that happens is the people that like to eat meat get angry, right? The options for vegetarians and stuff like that is already there. They just, like, I don't know. It's stupid, right? So I'm walking back from Quiznos, right? After I get off my Meatless Mondays rant. I'm walking back from Quiznos, and you know when you're like walking on a path and you like don't see something, and you hear like a little rustle in a bush, and then you like go and kind of look and you see what it is, and most of the time it's like a squirrel or something. Well, me and my buddy are walking back on this like foresty kind of path, and bush wiggles to our left. We look in it, and there's a fucking skunk. Like, like 2 feet away. Like, not even, like, we put our faces down, like, to see what was inside the bush, and there was a skunk inside the bush. And then we fucking ran for it. Because honestly, I could not think of a more miserable way to spend my Monday night. Like, getting sprayed by it. Like, nobody wants to get sprayed by a skunk. Think of how miserable that would be. Oh, man. Anyways. Gameplay, I gotta talk about the gameplay. So this is a 127-4 using the MSMC with just fast mags, and then I got hardline flak jacket, scavenger toughness, dexterity, because I only have one attachment, and then a C4 pack, and as you can see, I'm fucking hucking that thing all over the place. Love my C4. Oh, that was a nice little quad feed. Yeah, and then kill streaks I'm using VSAT, escort drone, swarm, which I don't really know how I feel about the escort drone. It's kind of like on and off for me. Like, sometimes it does really, really well, and then sometimes it fucking sucks. Like, it's just miserable. So I don't know. Try it out. It's a fun kill streak setup to use. Obviously, I got 127 kills with it, so it isn't that bad. But the escort drone is kind of inconsistent. This is one of its better games, obviously. Man, I'm just on it with the quad feeds and triple C4s this game. Holy shit! I didn't realize it had so many like montage moments in it. That's kind of cool. Anyways, topic I wanted to talk about today. I had mentioned on Twitter. I asked the question if anybody would be interested in seeing like a commentary from me talking about kind of my opinions on drugs and alcohol and tobacco, and we're talking like all kinds of drugs. Like, I mean, like everything. Not to say I have experience with everything, but I just kind of wanted to give my opinions on it. I was curious if people would like to see that, and I got a pretty good response, so that's what I'm going to do. I guess I should start off with, I kind of break it down into categories, right? Like casual drugs, right? Like alcohol, tobacco. Then you got like fairly mediocre, like illegal subs, like weed, shit like that. And then you got like cocaine and like, meth, crack, PCP, like all kinds of crazy shit that's just like, the crazy stuff, right? So those are the kind of three categories that I break it down into. And I guess my kind of take on it is, so a lot of this is going to come around the whole kind of debate about weed, right? Because I personally, I dip, so that is my tobacco right there. Wish I didn't do it, but I got into it when I was a freshman in college, and I kind of have been hooked ever since. So I don't know. At some point, I think I'm going to shake the habit. I kind of want to do a commentary on, drugs and alcohol and shit like that. Or not drugs and alcohol, tobacco specifically, and how I'm addicted to it. Drugs and alcohol. I'm doing a fucking drugs and alcohol one right now. What am I talking about? But yeah, I dip, and so that is kind of my tobacco consumption. And some people frown upon it. others don't really care. Alcohol. So I kind of group alcohol and weed on like the same level for me. Like for most people, alcohol and weed are on different levels, but alcohol and weed are kind of on the same level for me. I personally like I drink. I drink with all my lacrosse buddies. You know, we throw fucking crazy college parties, shit. Like fucking, I drink alcohol, and honestly, being drunk is not like being very very drunk is not a pleasurable experience at all, and like drunk people are not fun to be around like most of the time. Like I'm talking like really really drunk, like beyond, they're throwing up, they're doing all kinds of shit, whatever. Alcohol in certain amounts is always good, but like people, like some people get like angry drunks. You have angry drunks, and it's just like I've experienced a lot of different drunk people, and like alcohol is just like sometimes I just need to take a break from it, right? Now, weed. I'm sure you guys are curious. I have mentioned in a commentary before I have smoked weed. So just to kind of get that out of the way. I don't want you guys to think less of me because of that. And let me explain why. So weed for me is kind of a substitute for alcohol. Like I said earlier, I kind of group them in the same, thing. But like being high for me personally is a much more enjoyable experience than being drunk. Being high is like it's just overall it's just a much more enjoyable experience. I don't get angry, like there's no, like, I don't know, it's much more enjoyable. Like that's the only way I can really put it. And like I hate that, and not that I hate, right? Hate's a strong word, but I dislike that people kind of like, if I tell people, I smoke weed or like I've smoked weed, that like doesn't go to like my school. My school is a complete fucking stoner school, so everybody smokes weed here, fucking hippies. Hence why we have the meatless Mondays. So, but anyways, like I don't like how people frown upon it outside of like obviously my community, right? Because like if I'm to tell somebody I smoke weed, that they kind of look at you differently, right? I'm sure some of you are looking at me differently right now. And I'm not endorsing it by any stretch of the imagination. Like, I get high occasionally. It's not a frequent thing for me. I'd rather get high than get drunk. That's so like if I get presented the opportunity to like get high or go get drunk, I'm probably gonna get high because it's just overall it's just a much more enjoyable experience. I'm not sure if you guys if you smoke weed before. I've got to remember I'm talking to like a younger audience here, so I don't really like, some of you guys are younger than me. A majority of you guys are younger than me. I do have some older like viewers and whatnot, but the majority are younger, and you kind of need to watch where you step with that kind of shit. So, but I don't want to like I said, I don't want to endorse weed. Like I would stay away from it until you're in college, right? That's just kind of my take on it. I wouldn't do it in high school. Drinking, I guess, I don't know. If you like to drink, like, I guess that's cool. But honestly, like I said, I'd rather smoke weed than get drunk. I don't know. Just kind of my take on the whole thing. Anyways, so, that's the end of the video. Well, shit. 2 videos you're seeing on the screen right now, Road to Commander episode 18, and then, my last commentary, which was a 145 and 6 on Meltdown, where I talk about a sex story about this girl that bleeds, and yeah, it's kind of interesting, maybe, just a little bit. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.